I told her she's being stubborn, and it's ridiculous that this has gone on for so long. Welcome back to the Daily Scoop, and here's the scoop for you. Am I the asshole for siding with my parents over my wife? My wife, 27 female, has been very upset with my parents, early 60s, for over a year. She was pregnant with our daughter, now 8 months old, back in December 2024. I, 30 male, found out in January 2025, and I shared the news with my parents via text a few days later. My parents don't really live close to us, a few hours' drive, so we rarely see them. 2 months went by, and my wife was about 3 months pregnant. She tells me that she's furious at my parents for not directly congratulating her this late into her pregnancy. In their defense, she never reached out to them to deliver the news about her pregnancy, so they're just not ignoring her. My parents also aren't very social people or tech savvy with their phones. They did ask me how she was doing, but she said it doesn't count because I'm not the pregnant one. She compared it to a doctor asking a patient's family member how the patient is feeling. I had no idea this would upset her because she never brought it up until that moment. I told her it's no big deal, we can invite my parents over or go out for dinner to celebrate. She refused and told me that they're not allowed to visit and she doesn't want to go anywhere with them. She kept telling me that she is extremely offended and it's too late for them to apologize because she already mentioned it. She thinks their apology won't be sincere once she brings it up. When my parents tried to reach out via text message and phone call at the end of March of 2025, my wife would only respond with very rude remarks and insults. Ever since then, they never talked to each other again. My wife will continue to complain about my parents and how she has been so deeply disrespected by them. She has not once forgive or forgotten that moment. Our healthy daughter was born at the hospital on September 2025. My parents were asking about the baby and wanted to show up to the hospital. I kept telling them we're about to be discharged and it's not necessary. This is probably my fault, but I just didn't want another argument to break out. Today, our daughter is 8 months old. My parents has only seen their grandchild via pictures that I send to them. Currently, it's been over a year since my wife has been holding on to this grudge. She thinks my parents are terrible people who ruined and traumatized her pregnancy experience. Every argument we had, she would just circle back to my parents as ammo. She blames them for everything, and I end up defending them. I told her she's being stubborn and it's ridiculous that this has gone on for so long. She needs to let go, forgive them, and move on. She refuses and doesn't listen because she thinks her reaction is justified. She thinks I'm being inconsiderate and part of the problem for siding with my parents. I don't think my parents are completely innocent, but I don't see any point in letting this drag on forever. I only side with my parents because I think my wife needs to get over her grudge and accept my parents' apologies so we can all move forward. So am I the asshole? I can understand why your wife would be upset if they didn't congratulate her. However, on the same hand, she also didn't tell them. You told them. So they congratulated you. You shared the news. But to sit here and say that they traumatized her pregnancy, that's a bit overboard because there was no trauma over what a one simple congratulations. You're not the asshole. Your wife just needs to let it go or have a sit down conversation with your parents and her and so she can express how she feels because I feel like this is gonna keep going and she's just gonna keep doing this. Let me know in the comments who you think the asshole is. And feel free to follow my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.